Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EURUSD. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit the ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Greetings everybody, welcome to the technical analysis of the Forex market from the ForexPeaceArmy.com. As usual, we will talk about the euro currency, and we will start from the daily time frame since this is the daily video research. Well, in general, during the last time we keep a close eye on this area because this is really strong area of support. That is the weekly confidence support, although I do not have these levels on this chart, but I think that you remember it because I have shown it during at least during the week. Okay, also this is weekly pivot support one, 140.44, and market has accomplished here a B C D pattern with the target 139.64. During the previous 3 days, market has formed inside days. This is inside trading session compared to this one, and that is compared to this one. Okay, but today market has shown some bouncing off this area and tending to the weekly pivot point around 149.92. So this is, at least this is the shallow, but this is still the bullish sign, and sign that is confirmed the area of support is right here. Okay, so probably this is the start of the larger move in the weekly time frame to this target 145.50, because all big things start from the shallow ones. Okay, on the daily time frame we do not see the details of this thrusting move to the upside, so we should switch to the lower time frames. But another important detail on the weekly time frame, look at this weekly pivot point and MACD predicted. This is the trend. When the price below the red line, trend is bearish. When it's above it, trend is bullish. So during tomorrow's or maybe in the beginning of the next week, this trend will come and play with the price, and this will be very important because if market will shift daily trend to bullish, then this will tell us that possibly this is the really start of the move right to this area. Okay, probably this is the start of our weekly momentum trade. But let's shift on the lower time frames to see the details of this possible move. First of all, the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, trend is bullish, and I just want to show you another animal. This is the crab. It's very familiar with this. This is very similar to the butterfly, but the major difference is that this retracement usually shallower about the 3.8 resistance from this initial swing. Also, all other swings except the extension should stay in the initial swing. Okay, and the target of this crab is usual 1618 extension from this swing down, and 3618 extension from ABC pattern. As you can see, they stand in very close, tight range. Also, this is an area that coincides with the FIB resistance, 618 FIB resistance, 145.50, our weekly target. So as you can see, the crab sell stands at this area, ABCD with extension 3618 stands in this area. Also, in crab patterns could be used 224 extension. But here is 3618, it's very close to this area. Okay, and 1618 extension from the swing. So this rather strong area of resistance, and probably the new down move could start from this area. But it's a bit extended picture. It's a bit early to talk about this. Well, but keep in mind this possibility, because this thrusting bar to the upside is very important currently. Well, let's shift to the hourly trend and let's discuss what we could do today. So, market has turned to larger ABC pattern that we have discussed yesterday, so that has happened. The target of this ABC pattern is right here, 141.70. Market has hit it already. There's some problems with the drawing tools, but market has hit it. Just above the market, you can see the weekly pivot point, 141.92, and 618 resistance from the recent swing down on the hourly chart. I mean this swing. this recent swing down. Sorry, this recent swing down. Okay. Well, this is rather solid area of resistance. So probably market could show some bouncing from this area to the downside. Still, I do not want to see the deep retracement because market market doesn't overbought on any time frame, on the daily, on the 4-hour chart. So this should not be deep retracement if market intends continue move to the upside. And area that I think will be suitable for the looking at it in the perspective for the entering on the long side of the market is right here, 141.10. It's right here. Because this is, as you can see, for our confidence support. Also, this is the previous highs from this swing. Also, this previous 618 extension from this ABCD pattern, and 50% support from this long thrusting bar to the upside. Stop could be placed just below this thrust to the upside, because if market failed there and moved below this swing, so it will tell that probably we are wrong in our expectation that market will accelerate to the upside. So it means that something is wrong in our view. Well, and I think that this could happen because the acceleration in the ABCD pattern right to the target point tells that market is stronger than it seems, because this leg becomes steeper than AB, and tells us that probably market has some not bad chances to continue move to the upside. Well, so I think that we should wait some shallow retracement. It could be somewhere around this area, 141 area, around here, and place the stops somewhere around 140.50. I think that this, at least this seems logical in current trading environment. So I think that's not very good idea now to place very far stops, because currently market is still forming upside move, so probably it's better to enter with the small steps. So retracement, tight stop. Well, because if this is really shifting momentum, then market should not show deep retracement. It should not erase this thrusting bars to the upside and move below this high, below the 618 target. Pardon me. 618 target that has been accomplished due to this ABC pattern. Okay, so that's my current view on the situation. Well, I think I see some now I see some bullish signs, shallow bullish signs on the market, and probably market could show some acceleration to the upside, but it should not show very deep retracement below 141, I suppose, and should not erase this bar. That's why, from the logical perspective, logical point of view, I think that we could try to enter from 141 area with the stops somewhere around 140.50, but be careful. This move to the downside should be very gradual. Market should not just fall like a stone through these areas. Okay, so it could be some shallow retracement to the downside. Also, you can see this B point somewhere around this area. So I think that it's nice area to enter, when probably this retracement could start not from the 100% expansion, but when the market hit this resistance, weekly pivot point and 618 resistance. Probably after that market will show some bounce. Well, who knows? But in general, this retracement should not deep, because market is not at overbought condition on the daily time frame. So market just pulled back from the strong area of support, and it's just make more and more pace to the upside. So during these moments, market should not show deep retracements. Okay, so be careful. Keep an eye on this area. Watch it closely. Well, and take a reasonable decision, because market should not fall. It should not show some gradual move to this area. Okay, and let's try to trade this potential momentum trade on the weekly time frame, with the target around 145.50 area, somewhere right here. Okay,